Hello, all. This is Mark Galvin. I am the founder and president of ePresence, and this is my quick minute talk about stuff that's going on in the world of social media. And I think there's something interesting that's come up about Facebook. So, did you know that 80% of Facebook users are outside of the US? 80% are outside the US. So, that makes it a little more difficult if you're trying to censor folks and understand why they are censoring people the way they are. So, how does Facebook try to manage this? This is what they're doing. They've decided to launch their own independent group of folks that are evaluating. So, they're going to pick people in different parts of the world, and they have a subgroup of folks representing that part of the world, and they are judging whether content should be either pulled off based on whether it's offending Facebook terms or policies. And these groups are called their own Supreme Courts. Why is this important? I'll give you an example. So if something that we find offensive is said by somebody in Iran, then it doesn't necessarily mean they should be pulled down because they should be focused on their own culture. That's an interesting comment, and I think that a lot of us could debate that because it is feeding into our culture. But I do think that you've got such a large platform here that how do you determine whether something from Iran should come into the US or vice versa? So here's what I'd like for you guys to think about. I think that based on all these cultural differences that are out there, that social media should probably be limited to the culture they represent. Maybe Facebook is just simply too large. It's reaching too far and it's crossing so many cultural lines that we can't understand when something that's offensive coming from another culture hitting ours. There's also something else I think that Facebook should do, and I think they should have a different set of terms and policies for people who have a certain number of followers. I think this is the same thing for Twitter. If you reach a certain threshold, 100 million, I don't know what the number is, right? Maybe it's 50 million, maybe it's a million, don't know. But those people have a different standard, and they should be when they hit that number, they should be given an email or something that says, "FYI, you've reached this number. You can no longer say these words," and just say these are the words, and then let the algorithm knock the posts out from those people who have reached all those extra people because they can have an outsized influence. So anyway, I'm Mark Galvin with ePresence, and this has been a quick little 1 minute, probably a little longer than that. A little update on what's going on in the world of social media. Hope you're well.